Do you remember I did this video of which I got a content copyright claim on it? Have a look at this.
Copyright protected content found. The copyright owner is reviewing your dispute.
And I promised you I would give you an update. Now it's been 30 days, so let's see if my words came true about the release of the copyright claim. So I've done a few videos since then, but let's go down to the video in question, which was called the Mercedes SL versus Miami Vice 2. And just to recap, I'd done a version of In the Air Tonight with a whole load of samples, a whole load of sound effects. I'd actually changed the pace and I changed the pitch because I wanted a more atmospheric sound. And I used that in conjunction with all the B-roll that I had driving around pretending I was in Miami Vice like Tubbs and Crockett. So let's see exactly what's happened. So here is the video, and the copyright claim that I had wasn't actually In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, it was by a completely different person.
And I find this guy called Justin Robinette. Just now do a little bit of research.
And so now, if you look at 30 days later, look at the restrictions box. It is now saying none. We haven't got any restrictions. As I said, after 30 days, if the person to which you are disputing the claim against doesn't come back automatically within 30 days, it gets removed and you no longer have that copyright claim. And this is the email from YouTube to explain that. Good news, after receiving your dispute, Concord Music Publishing has decided to release their copyright claim on YouTube video. Now, what's really interesting about this, as I mentioned in the first video of this two-part video, is that the actual claim was against another YouTuber. It wasn't directly saying Concord Music, but the email that I got did say it was from Concord Music, which is interesting because Concord Music, I believe, are the publishing label for Phil Collins. In fact, let's just have a little look at that. And here we go. This is Concord Music stating Phil Collins. So they are the record label, but as I said, the initial claim was against just a YouTuber who hadn't been on YouTube for about 13 years. And I knew if he hadn't responded within 30 days, then my claim is going to be removed from that particular song, which it now has. Continuing on the email, it says here, if you've earned any money during the dispute, you should receive that money as part of your next YouTube payment. Estimate revenue data for the time period the video was in dispute will be added to your YouTube analytics by the middle of next month. So I've actually checked it, and if I do that for you now, there isn't really much in the way of any analytics for this particular video. You can see I've lost a subscriber there, but it's got 10.6 hours. I've had 636 views. Not one of my most popular videos, but I enjoy doing it, and it's something that sometimes I just like to do videos and get it out there. You never know, it might be just somebody's cup of tea and it might do really, really well. But there you go, and I'll give you some real life information. On this particular occasion, it hasn't actually done me too much in the way of promoting my channel, but hey ho, never mind. But you can see, look, if you look at the grey, that's the area between 900 and about 500. I'm sitting right in the middle. So you know what, the video's actually done mediocre, it's okay. What you really want is a video to go way above that line. Likewise, if I go to a video that's done, say, really well, for example, I've done one on the Mercedes car stereo. If I look at the analytics, just to give you an idea in this, you can see here that I'm way above the trend line, which is in grey at the bottom. I've gained 7 subscribers and I've made £7.18. I'll tell you what, it's hard work being a YouTuber. It might be enough to buy me a couple of cups of coffee. So there's a little bit of analytics for you. So importantly, I have no more copyright claim on my Miami Vice song. I love using music in my videos. It gives it such a lift, it really does. But it's always difficult around the copyright, which is why I've said to you, if you ever are going to use music, play around the song. So the options I found in terms of making sure that you don't get any copyright claim content on your videos is A, do the mix yourself. I got some decks. I do a little bit of interpretation of a couple of songs, maybe 3 songs. I put some different samples in there, and then it's not seen as the original. So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing you could try is to try and ask the artist, the record label, and ask permission to use it, but I've never found that's done me any good. So I don't really recommend doing that because it just doesn't seem to work. You can also use third-party companies such as Licked. They will then fight the content ID claim for you. They'll do it, they say, within a matter of minutes, and you pay a monthly subscription to be able to have that, and then you can use the actual real song. They just make sure they do the copyright authorization for you. And the other option, and probably the most easiest option, it's not ideal, but there's plenty of music in the audio library from YouTube, and you simply choose the genre. You want rock, you want pop, you want a bit of fun, you want a bit of drama, you got sound effects in there as well, R&B, and you can then use that without having any worries about any copyright claims. You just simply go through it, you can type in the type of music that you want a little bit of punchiness, you want a slow song, you want background music, you want ones with words. It's got it all there. So that's actually probably the easiest and simplest option. But obviously, it's not original songs that anybody's going to know. So a quick video for you. I hope you like that. And if you've got any copyright claims and things, then follow my 2 videos and it might just save your day in terms of the copyright claim. I'll see you on YouTube.
Let's move on, 'cause it's time to move on.